Pleasant good afternoon to all. We are in the final week of the current emergency powers regulation, which expires on June 26. As we would have previously indicated, the measures in these regulations are intended to control and prevent the spread of the virus. And so we appeal at every opportunity to you to adhere to these measures. The control measures will not be lifted until we have full compliance and see a consistent reduction in the number of new cases. So it's up to you, up to all of us for that matter. I will address you on some concerns that is being bandied about persons not being able to exercise. Please note that we have not suggested that exercise is not essential. Quite the contrary. What we have said is that exercise is not listed in the regulations among the activities that are permitted during the period 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. Regulation 7 states as follows: to prevent the spread of the novel coronavirus, every person shall remain confined to their place of residence, inclusive of their yard space, to avoid contact outside of their family, except essential workers who are required to report for work, workers required to work at the establishments approved for limited operations. These are bakeries, supermarkets, pharmacies, private medical facilities, banks and credit unions, approved hotels or quarantine facilities, approved COVID-19 taxis, approved COVID-19 ferry operators, motor omnibuses, gas stations, courier services, and such other businesses as may be expressly approved by the Commissioner of Police in writing. Having said that, Regulation 12 provides an opportunity for exercise. It states, no person shall visit a public beach on the island of St. Christopher except with the written permission of the Commissioner of Police. It therefore means that persons desirous of leaving their homes for the purpose of exercise can do so at the beach, having applied for and received written permission from the Commissioner of Police. You may apply through our website at www.police.kn, and those persons who have approval to visit the beach, please note the time frame on your e-passes. Another complaint that we are getting is about the suspension of retail liquor licenses. Persons are seeing it as an attack on small businesses, while the big supermarkets are allowed to sell alcohol. Again, this is not so. The temporary suspension of retail licenses is not a ban on the consumption of alcohol, but rather a measure to prevent the type of gatherings and socialization that occur at bars, as such gatherings facilitate the spread of the virus. There is no such similar gatherings at supermarkets, as their sale of alcohol is wholesale and takeaway only. We again crave your understanding and cooperation by discontinuing your bar operation in the interest of public health. If you sell food as well at your bar, you may continue the sale of food, but only for takeaway. There shall be no in-dining on the premises. Finally, I will update you a bit on our enforcement activities to date with respect to the COVID-19 regulations. 191 tickets have been issued over the period May 21st to June 20th for failing to wear masks in public and for hosting social events without permission. 119 of such tickets were issued on St. Kitts and 72 on Nevis. Further, 31 persons have been arrested for breaching the curfew, and so far 8 have been charged. We continue to urge our people to take all the COVID-19 control measures seriously and strictly adhere to them, as such adherence will facilitate the slowing of the spread of the virus and the eventual easing of all restrictions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Superintendent.